It was, the thing is, it's, I think I was on such a high anyway, and so was Catherine, about George, that really we were happy to show him off to whoever wanted to see him. As any new parent knows, you're only too happy to show off your new child and, you know, proclaim that he's the best looking or the best everything.
So you were comfortable there?
Yeah, I felt, again, it's not somewhere I enjoy being, but I know that in the position I'm in, that's what's required of me to do. And I think it's, you know, it's one of those things, and you know, it's nice that people want to see George. So, you know, I'm just glad he wasn't screaming his head off the whole way through.
That moment when you came out with the car seat, I mean, we had some warning that you might be doing that. Yeah. Fathers around the planet will be cursing you for doing it so easily.
Believe me, it wasn't my first time, and I know there's been speculation about that. I had to practice, I really did. I was terrified that I was going to do some, you know, it was going to fall off, or the door wasn't going to close properly, so I had actually practiced with that seat, but only once before.
And your decision to drive off, I remember that moment as well. That was the most nerve-wracking thing for me, having my family in the car. But that was something that you were clearly determined to do.
Where I can be, I'm as independent as I want to be, and same as Catherine and Harry. We've all grown up, you know, differently to our other generations, and I very much feel if I can do it myself, I want to do it myself. And there are times when you can't do it yourself, and the system takes over, or it's appropriate to do things differently. But I think driving your son and your wife away from hospital when they just had a born, it was really important to me, and I don't like fuss, so it's much easier to do it yourself.
And you didn't stall?
I didn't stall. Well, it's an automatic, so it's all right.
The interpretation of the imagery we saw there, which went around the world, was that this was a modern monarchy and a new way of monarchy. But was it that? Are we reading too much into it? Is it just you doing it your way, you and your wife doing it your own way? I think so, and I'm just doing the way I know, and you know, if it's the right way, then brilliant. If it's not the wrong, if it's the wrong way, then well, I try and do it better. But no, I'm quite I'm reasonably headstrong about what I believe in and what I go for, and I've got fantastic people around me who give me great support and advice. Well, yeah, he's a little bit of a rascal, let's put it that way. So he either reminds me of my brother or me when I was younger, I'm not sure. But he's doing very well at the moment. He does like to keep having his nappy changed. And you did the first nappy, of course.
I did the first nappy, yeah, exactly.
The badge of honour.
Well, it's a badge of honour, exactly. I wasn't allowed to get away with it. I had every midwife staring at me going, you do it, you do it. He's a little, he's growing quite quickly actually, but he's a little fighter. He kind of, he wriggles around quite a lot, and he doesn't want to go to sleep that much, which is a little bit of a problem. But he's
so you're up a lot at night. You're
a little
pretty
bit,
tired.
Not as much as Catherine, but you know, she's doing a fantastic job.
How is she? Okay.
Yes, very well. For me, Catherine and now little George are my priorities, and Lupo. And so
I was going to ask you about Lupo.
Yeah.
How's Lupo coping?
He's coping all right, actually. I mean, as a lot of people know who've got dogs and bringing a newborn back, they take a little bit of time to adapt. But no, he's been all right so far. He's been slobbering sort of around the house a bit, so he's perfectly happy.
And how are you about going back to work?
Well, as a few fathers might know, I'm actually quite looking forward to going back to work now.
Get some sleep.
Get some sleep, exactly, yeah. So I'm just hoping the first few shifts I go back, I don't have any night jobs. At the moment, the only legacy I want to pass on to him is to sleep more and maybe not have to change his nappy quite so many times. I think the last few weeks for me have been just a very different emotional experience, something I never thought I would feel myself. And I find, again, it's only been a short period, but a lot of things affect me differently now.